Choosing the right location for your MBA program is, I believe, the most important step for your MBA journey. Now, if you're planning or if you're already planned, just be careful that you choose the right fit in terms of location or country. So hi everyone, my name is Rohit Jha. I have a corporate experience of around 13 years and now I run my own career advisory firm, and through these videos I try to share my insights on a variety of programs such as MBA, MIM, Masters, Bachelors, and a lot of career opportunities as well. So in this video, without wasting any much time, I'm going to talk about 3 important parameters that you should consider while choosing the location for your MBA journey. But before I start, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe, like, share and comment, and drop your feedback in the comments so that we can also improve and provide you the valuable content which you are looking for. Now let me talk about how you choose the country for the MBA program. There are 3 major parameters which I'm going to talk about. Number 1 is finding the right program fit. Number 2, I'm going to talk about cost. And number 3, I'm going to talk about immigration policies. So whatever is your intent, try to put that intent first and try to see the location accordingly. So let's talk about the first criteria, which is the program fit. Now let's say if you are planning to go out for the MBA program and you want a short MBA program like 1 year, or I would say 16 months. So then you would want to see locations accordingly. You will want to target locations according to the duration of the MBA program. And typically I'll tell you the difference, how it differs across the globe and what is exactly the structure of this 1 year and 2 year MBA programs. So again, now if you are a more experienced candidate, for example, you have 6 years or 8 years of experience, then definitely you would want to have a short MBA program so that you should not be out of the job market for a long duration. Now on the other hand, if you are very young, you just got 2 years of experience, let's say 2 to 2.5 years of experience, and not much valuable experience, I would say, in terms of business knowledge, then definitely you would want to get exposed to a detailed MBA program, which is like a 21-month traditional MBA. So accordingly you choose the location and see where you are going to be valuable and where you will be the best fit. Now talking about the locations across the globe, if you see the US region, so in US typically the programs are 21 month in nature. They also offer the 1 year MBA program, but still the criterias are a little bit different. In some of the 1 year programs they even require a 4-year degree or a master degree, but typically the 21-month MBA program is the popular one in US. Now the average experience generally in US is typically around 4 years, 4 to 5 years, depending on some of the schools where you might find maybe mature crowd as well with 6 years of experience, but most of them they have less than 5 years. Now if you are looking for this kind of an MBA program, then definitely try and apply to US schools. Now on the other hand, if you see programs in APAC region, schools like NUS, NTU, or maybe in the European region like INSEAD, or any other school like IE Business School, SADE, all these schools typically they look for experienced folks. So if you see the average experience is pretty high. Now that doesn't mean that if you are a young candidate who has only got 2 years of experience, they don't get into such programs. But of course, if you have an outstanding profile, so when I say outstanding, definitely we need to discuss that in a separate discussion, that what is outstanding. So then only you should go for such regions if you are applying to 1 year programs, because then you really need to showcase your strengths and talent, because you have less experience, so you have to outshine in other areas. Now if that is the case, definitely go ahead and apply, but the probability will be very low as compared to if you go to a region where the experience, let's say, is on the lower side, and if you have a good background, definitely you can get into such schools. But there are other parameters as well which I'm going to talk about in this video. Now this is about APAC and EU region. Same goes for UK. So if you see the average experience of UK schools like Imperial, Oxford, Cambridge, they again look for more mature candidates, more in terms of leadership experience, or maybe I can say management experience as well, international experience if you have. And average is over 6 years. Somewhere even schools like Warwick, they even have 8 years of experience. Now if you are a 2-year candidate guy or a 3-year candidate guy, and if you say that I'm going to apply to UK schools, maybe because you've got a great GMAT score, that could be could be a possibility, but again your chances will be very low in terms of getting selected. So that's why you have to first decide where, number one, your chances of getting selected are very high, and secondly, obviously, if you are looking for career opportunities in finance, marketing, or in whatever domain, then accordingly you also have to balance that before choosing the location. But do check the years of experience and the requirements across the region, because it differs from region to region. Same goes for Canada. If you go to Canada, there's a mix of programs available in Canada. So schools like Rotman or Schulich, I would say, and McGill also to some extent, so they offer a 2-year program with a little bit of flexibility as well. Like Schulich, they offer in 16 months as well as 20 months. Same goes for McGill, they have 2 offers. But schools like Smith or Ivy, they have 1-year MBA programs, and they again look for more experienced people, maybe I would say a higher on GMAT as well in terms of average. So again, if you are looking for such schools, then go for those programs. Now another difference here is, if you go for a typical 2-year MBA program in US, generally you will have an exchange program as a part of that. You will have an 4-month internship which is a part of that. Now in a typical 1-year MBA program, you won't find these things. Those are add-ons basically. So it's 1+ if you really want to go for an exchange program, or if you really want to do a detailed long internship, so you can do that after the program. So that is the major difference. Apart from, of course, the detailed curriculum is there in the 2-year program. A 1 year is a little more, I would say, more rigorous and more crisp in terms of business knowledge, because they expect candidates, for example, if you have already worked for 5-6 years or 7 years, so they expect you to understand the basics of business. That's why those programs are shorter in nature. They'll teach you more contemporary courses and more in terms of leadership development when it comes to short courses like 1 year or 1.5 years. So these are the differences you should definitely consider before jumping on, to choosing the school for you. Now the second part is the cost factor. Now combining the first factor along with the second factor, then you can take a good decision for yourself. Now if you go to the US region, the average cost for any B school is over 130 or 140k is the tuition. Maybe a couple of schools which have tuition fee less than this. So it's a huge investment. If you're an Indian candidate, like more than 1 crore. So it's a huge investment. Now typically if you see the fee structure in APAC, EU and other regions also, it's not so much as compared to US. Now let's say if you go to Canada for a 1-year MBA program, so it might cost you 60 lakhs only, 60-65 lakhs, plus you will also pay a less living expense, which is only for 1 year. So that's again a saving, and again you are going to work very quickly, so that's again you're going to make money just after 1 year. So there are a lot of factors again. That's why in terms of return on investment also, if that is a constraint for you, definitely pick up a school according to the region and according to the first criteria which I told you, best fit. Now the third most important criteria is, I would say, the immigration policies. Now immigration policies, if you talk about in terms of post work permit, that's also another criteria, but that I will make a separate video on that, where I'll put all the post-study visa work permit durations for all the countries. Now here what I want to say is, in terms of immigration, when you're looking for, if you are really keen on settling down in any country, for example, if you say that I want to go for an MBA program in UK and thereafter I want to settle down in UK for any reason, maybe your personal reason or whatever reason you have, now then definitely you have to look at the immigration policies. What is the post-study work permit, what are the PR rules, what is the job market there, what's the opportunity if I can't find a job in 2 years, or if what happens after 2 years if I lose my job, so what are the options to stay there, kind of visas. Now these things are very important. That's why I believe these days people are actually very much excited about Canada, because getting a PR in Canada, if you're a skilled labor, I would say, so it's pretty easy as compared to any other part of the world. So if you want to settle down in Canada, definitely go ahead for any MBA program which suits your requirements, and then after that you can settle down in Canada because of easy flexible PR policies. Same goes for Australia, New Zealand. These are the places where you can settle down very easily. So these are the requirements or the criteria you should always consider before even jumping on to just see the rankings and choosing the school that I will go in top 50 or top 20 school, irrespective of even considering the location factors, the program fit, the cost factor, and the immigration policies. I think these are the more important criteria, apart from, of course, your domain, I would say, interest and job market. All these things are important. So combining all these factors, take your MBA decision if you are choosing the country. So this is it for this video, and thank you so much for listening to me, and do like, share and comment, and wait for the next video. In the meantime, take care and bye bye.